Hey, and welcome to another Geek Out commentary. I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jake.
I'm Josh.
And we continue our countdown to Creed with goddamn motherfucking Rocky 5.
I don't think that's the official title of the movie.
You didn't see the shooting script?
Even Sylvester Stallone's like, goddamn motherfucking Rocky 5.
Way back when we were at San Diego, Jake and I ran into Jonathan Ross. Jonathan Ross is a big late-night talk show host over in the UK, like Graham Norton. And when he had Stallone on his show, he got Stallone to rate the Rocky movies at the time. And he gave Rocky 5 0 stars. The man that created Rocky and wrote Rocky 5.
He gave it a 0 out of 10. So he had like 10. He could have given it a 1. He could have given it a 2.
He could have given it a fucking 4.5.
Yeah, he gave it a 0.
So it's the best one.
Yeah, you're going to love it, Josh.
This will be Josh's favorite.
Yeah, this was, projected to be the Christmas hit of 1990. Of course, it came out against Home Alone.
Oh, I saw that one.
As we all know, Home Alone, which I also saw in theaters that Christmas, did a shitload better. So.
Yeah, and commentary available now.
Yeah.
I remember back at that San Diego Comic-Con during like one of the rushes, you go, "Hey Jake," Sam always does the classic thing. We'll just, "Hey, what's your favorite this or which is better?" He just turns and goes, "Jake, what's your favorite Home Alone movie?" And I was like, "None." And you're like, "Okay."
Oh.
But do you guys
have
have
said Home Alone 4?
Yeah,
The Quest for Peace.
the one with French Stewart.
What is this? Some kind of Home Alone?
Yeah. Listen to episode 53 for more clear. But you guys got anything to say before we watch Rocky 5?
I've only seen it twice. That's it.
I've only seen it once, and I don't remember a damn thing.
I like
from
the
it.
Mickey moment in it.
Was
That's
it this
really
was it this movie that prevented you from watching Rocky Balboa?
Probably. So I watched all 5 of them in very rapid succession, and by the time I got done, I was like, okay, I don't want to see Rocky Balboa, or it just never made itself like easily like it was still in theaters, so I was like, now I have to go out to a theater to watch this movie, and I was like, I don't know how much more of this character I can handle.
How much more of this Rocky 5 era character? But yeah, without much further ado, Chris, count us off into Rocky 5.
So we are watching the original DVD release of Rocky 5. You should be fine with whatever you got because there were no special editions, and
Yeah, special edition Rocky 5.
it's more in line with my original vision of Rocky 5.
They're holding, instead of having boxing gloves, they have walkie-talkies.
Yeah. And there's more alien creatures in the street fight, getting in the way of the action. So I've got the movie set up and ready to go. It's the counters at all zeros like usual. I'll give you a countdown and tell you to hit play. So please have that ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. The good old MGM Tiger. Lion.
It's a dove.
It's a pigeon. Jesus Christ, that is the shakiest United Artists thing I've ever seen.
For a
The
series
credits
that
aren't doing that much
invented
better either.
Yeah.
I feel like they probably just didn't do a lot of work on this digital transfer.
They're just like,
for a
fuck it.
series that's
They're like,
supposed
no one's gonna watch this one anyway. That's just the only way we're gonna move product is putting it in this box set.
The best part of Rocky 5 is that the opening titles is just the final fight of Rocky 4 with Bill Conti's score.
In fashion of the other Rockies.
Yeah, it's the only time we get the Bill Conti score for this one, though. Instead of that electronic, like, synth-heavy Vince DiCola.
I'm liking the way that they're doing the title, like the character credits.
Yeah,
it's almost a return to the '90s, like a cop thing, kind of like Rocky 2.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it looks like a way you do it, like at the end of a film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like at the end of Predator.
Yeah,
This opening,
Sage Stallone.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the kid?
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
son in this one.
Played by his son in real life.
Yep. It's very clear that, they re-edited it to kind of emphasize all the head trauma he's taking.
So wait, Burgess Meredith is in this one too?
Mm-hmm. It's my favorite moment in the movie.
Interesting, because could have sworn he died.
Yeah, in Rocky 3.
But then again, he's in Balboa too, right? Or
archive footage, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is outside of the first one. This is the only other Rocky film that Stallone himself didn't direct. It was directed by John G. Avildsen, who directed the
original,
the first one. They were definitely trying to bring it back to its roots, and
I mean, you'll see it. I mean, that would have been a TKO. I mean,
you have to be knocked down three times in a single round.
Yeah, for a TKO.
Thanks, Paulie.
That's supposedly from some real life boxing stuff where I can't remember the name of the fighter who was seeing 3 of them, and his cut man, the guy in the corner, was like, "Hey, they won the middle." Oh, he has to reach up.
Yeah. I thought Dolph Lundgren was great in Rocky 4.
Technically his debut.
Yeah.
So that's the movie, right?
Yep.
That's basically Rocky 4.
Oh, I thought that was the one we were watching.
It should be the one we're watching. It should have just looped
I would have rather they just presented Rocky 4 in its entirety. Oh. Never mind. I'm in it. So far, favorite Rocky.
The thing is, this movie clearly is supposed to take place immediately after Rocky 4, and everybody is clearly older.
He does say Tony, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's clearly he's just a blooper of him calling him by his real name.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tony.
Because he's listed. We've always known him as Tony, but he's technically listed as Duke.
Duke Evers, yeah. Where do you think Rocky 5 falls short?
I think trying to go back to what made the original great, it was relying too much on that. Because I think the progression of where they go is fine. The idea of him having brain damage and shedding light on boxers post boxing is a serious thing, and it's a real life thing. This stuff is all it's only just started, but this whole idea of seeing Rocky obliterated after a fight, and he really messed up. But the idea of him going back home and all the money's gone and has to go right back to being almost cut out of the original, and it's impossible to do that because the original was something that no one was expecting, So to try to do that again is kind of is tough.
Look at that! It's another marching band doing the song.
Yeah.
Just like in 3?
I also
with a musical fourth wall.
I like the idea of him mentoring somebody because obviously that's what Creed's going to be doing, and I'm excited for that. But
yeah. Hey, look, you're clearly paid by a different actor and
Jesus
older.
Christ! Last time we saw him, he was 6, maybe 8. Now he's 14.
Don't you love how movie time travel works?
Yeah.
It was a long flight.
I mean, it is to Russia, and it's
also
during the Cold War.
I get the sense that Stallone, not that he felt forced because it's his character, but he's I gotta wrap it up, and it's just his heart doesn't seem totally in it.
Yeah, I mean, apparently he didn't direct it because he was just so fucking busy at this point of his career.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe if he directed it, it would have been something else. But
yeah, at this point he was doing while they were filming while they were, filming, this film, he was doing post-production on Rambo 3. He's doing pre-production on Cliffhanger. So, yeah, he wrote this in addition to starring in it. So, yeah, he didn't want to...
He always moves his own microphone.
Basically, a very clear analog to Don King.
I was about to say, who the hell is this guy? Why does he get his own microphone? And how did he get it plugged into the PA system?
Turns out it's not even plugged into the PA system. That's just how loud he is.
Oh,
Like the microphone has its own speaker on it.
You remember when you asked me, where does this movie go wrong? You just walked on screen.
7.5 minutes in. Rambunctious?
I expect him to start selling me something through the movie.
So now this guy's Duke?
I think his character's name is George Washington Duke.
Well, at least they're calling him Duke.
Keeping it consistent somewhere.
Yeah.
He is still rocking the jacket, though, from Rocky IV.
Oh, and he had the hat coming back home, too. Rather than later.
This guy's the most intense guy of all time.
My kid. I don't even know his name.
No.
It was like people asking questions at Comic-Con. We want more.
Show the Deadpool trailer again.
Yeah. Here's the thing. We're about to find out. I never really got this part. Like, I understand narratively what happens, but if you think about it long and hard, it makes no fucking sense.
I'm confused already.
Yeah, we're getting to a point, right? Half a point?
It is Rocky V.
At least a decimal point?
There's a comma.
Oh. Oxford comma?
The best comma. I haven't seen my dad in 10 years. Whoa.
Ooh.
Shove quarters in her?
I feel like that's the dirtiest Rocky's ever been. He's usually just like, I appreciate it if you didn't mind me kissing you too much. And now he's like, I'm going to fuck you hard.
I'm going to hit you with a baseball bat so that your quarters spill out.
I was about to say, we go from like nice consent to, what the hell?
I don't even know how to fish.
And the makeup on his face is amazing.
Got the raccoon eyes. He takes a lot of punches to the eyes, At least they didn't have to cut him open since the first movie.
Oh, I thought he just forgot his makeup after, dressing down from Batman.
That's just... that's just him. Like, that's just the bags under his eyes because he doesn't sleep ever.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he is Batman.
I do love that they have the publicity picture of Rocky 2 in the background.
Now, is that the dirtiest we ever actually get in Rocky?
It's most nudity that I recall.
Yeah.
Well, other than his butt earlier. I became Christian after you were born. I have no idea what he means.
Rocky Raccoon.
Don't say it. Don't even say it. Rocky's favorite song.
Fucking pervert.
What happened to the robot?
Yeah.
I like how like Paulie's hair has gotten longer since Rocky 4. There's your magical hair growth.
Yeah. It's my favorite kind of hair growth. Wow. That's some English.
So what just happened?
So, this is the plot point I was talking about earlier. Basically, before they left for Russia, Paulie signs over power of attorney to what's it called? He signs over basically the Balboa's fortunes.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And here's the thing.
Never trust Polly with the paperwork.
Oh, yeah, no.
One, Paulie's the signatory, not Rocky Balboa, which would mean that Paulie would need power of attorney for that to actually hold any weight beforehand, since he's not the head of the Balboa. Why would he ever be the head of the Balboa estate?
Yeah, which he wasn't, right?
Secondly, we're just talking about a guy that basically ended communism in the Red Square with his fists in front of the international press. He would be, I mean, he's like the superstar of the sports world right now. And there's how they kind of justify it away. The fact that Rocky was a loan shark like 15 years ago. And they're like, oh, that's clearly going to fuck up everything, isn't it? And it's like, how the fuck is that going to fuck up everything?
But Paulie never had the power of attorney, though, right?
Apparently he did,
Yeah.
if we're to believe what just happened.
And that's how the Balboas lose their family fortune.
Because
in
of
Rocky
this
V.
goober.
Goofy goober.
Yeah.
No, you are at this point. Let's kick you right out of that window. Where's Rocky keep getting these amazing looking sweaters? I want one.
Not to mention, we see in Rocky 3, Rocky's become like an advertising fucking icon, right?
Yeah.
He's in commercials, both print and TV. How can he not? Again, he should be on every fucking Wheaties box.
MC Hammer. Just remember MC Hammer.
I do.
50 Cent just filed for bankruptcy.
He did,
Yeah.
but that was more because he probably
I guess honestly the best thing to do is to watch that documentary 30 for 30 called Broke, about how quick athletes go broke. I mean, granted, it's not never implied that Rocky it isn't too. He spends his money quickly, but like Sam was saying, I almost said like Stone was saying, he
Stallone.
should be worth hundreds of millions of dollars after that fight. Like even if
Maybe
he lost,
he spent all of his own money
but even
to
if
fly to Russia.
even if he lost like all that money pre-fight, the amount of money that should still be like coming in is insane.
Yeah, but whoever gained the power of attorney pre the flight would then be getting all the money technically coming back, though, from the flight.
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
Do you love me? Set them free.
And if they truly, truly love you, they'll come flying right back. That's how it works, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can go back to working at the pet shop. It'll be fine.
Yeah. That still exists, right?
Interesting that you brought that up.
I should go back to own it like the mob.
The mom doesn't get involved. But,
Oh.
So yeah, they sue former accountant. Nothing really.
Guzzling.
Yeah, nothing really comes of it. It's just all kinds of bullshit.
So like this is the this is like the courtroom scene at the beginning of Ghostbusters 2.
Oh, the
A
fact
poorly
that,
structured way to get them back to zero.
yeah.
Sure.
Look, we're getting the band back. That's if you listen to the Ghostbusters 2 commentary available now. As Chris was pointing out, yeah, my big point of issue is the way that film starts. And then
Oh, that's your big point of issue with the film.
Like they're on
Yeah,
top
well,
of the world.
yes.
They're on top of the world at the end of 1, and then by the beginning of 2, you find out that they've
because of
basically-
saving the world.
Yeah, because they saved the world, they end up like bankrupt and with court orders that say they can't touch their equipment because everybody sued them.
Yeah. Well, the cartoon show never touched on any of that, really.
Yeah.
Well, that's the worst part is that, like, in theory, the cartoon show is totally canon and never touches on it.
Yeah. I would
Go
hope.
back to loan sharking.
Like, it would have been nice if this was like, because it's a nice moment where they redo all kind of the stuff from the original, and that was it. But they just like hold on to this the rest of the movie, like so hard to be like, remember the first one? Remember the first one?
Stallone said that this entire production, Rocky Fives, was forced. He was like, it really did come from a place of greed. Like, we told ourselves we were trying to bring it back to its roots, but it really did come from a place of over.
Creed.
No, give it another 25 years after this.
Bar. Oh, Andy's Bar or something like that. It's hard to read the name.
Back to smoking cigarettes. He's no longer in training.
Come on, nobody likes garbage.
I like garbage.
Funny enough, not the last time we'll see her either.
Ooh. I'm doing like shit. Maybe I could get a job at Mix because I got no money. You know, just like I did in Rocky 2.
He walks in and Apollo's waiting for him again. Aren't you, Apollo, aren't you dead? Yeah, Stallion, yeah.
Everyone's gonna show up like a phantom.
Jedi
Including
style.
the Phantom.
Rocky 5, The Phantom Menace.
Oh. Oh.
The quest for more money.
Oh. Here's a grumble coming out of the bag.
Oh, what was that noise? It always weirds me out when you see like abandoned buildings with just like things strewn about. It's like the last person that left didn't, you just threw that on the ground and just didn't care. It's like, it's one glove. Throw it in the trash. Seems oddly like supportive for Mick.
His ghost is older, too.
Wait, how do we know this is Mick?
Well, I mean, it's Burgess Meredith.
It could just be a voice in his head taking form as Mick.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yes. Okay. Not confirmed ghost sighting. Life finds a way.
Not enough pauses in that statement. What great foreshadowing that was.
A little heirloom that we've never seen before. Or have we?
He wears it, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever
It's
seeing
in the
it.
beginning of the movie. I mean, he's rocking when he's like, hey, my
I
head's
think
shaking.
I want to say, but they introduced it earlier in the film series.
Oh, they do. They do.
I want to say it's like either Rocky 2 or Rocky 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, then color me embarrassed. Significance to an object that we've never pointed out.
Well, they certainly expand on the backstory bit right there in that non-flashback.
It was a deleted scene from the first movie that we never filmed, so I just had to film it again.
Combines them together, gets the power to fight.
Seems Danny's playing the bass. He never taught me this, did he? No, he didn't. I taught myself this.
This movie has this weird, like, 90s hip-hop. So we get, like, the Take Me Back, like, 90s hip-hop remix.
Oof.
It was like Run DMC redoing Ghostbusters.
Hey, that was a great song.
Oh no, it was. I'm just saying that's the kind of vibe I'm getting from this.
Oh, yeah.
I think Elton John does the official theme to Rocky V, Measure of a Man. But yeah, we get this little gem too.
So we get a Disney song in this?
Can you feel the love tonight?
Yeah, that one, right?
Wait a couple years for the Lion King.
Oh.
I have a statue of naked chicks just leaning on each other.
Can you hear that? What do you mean, you people?
Ooh. That was the right kind of burn to give. I love
Should have
it.
said that before you hung the phone up, Adrian. That's okay.
Oh. It's cool. He could hear that burn over the disconnected phone call.
Over the naked women statue.
Yes.
Stallone always says whenever he goes to Philly, like, that happens. Like, nobody calls him Sly in Philly. They call him Rocky. So he's like,
Hey, yo, Rock.
I'm sure he digs it.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, somebody once asked him what is, like, his favorite, movie character that he's helped bring to the big screen. He's like, well, it's always going to be between Rambo and Rocky, but, Rocky's a character I actually created, whereas David Morrell created Rambo, so it's got to be Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
So we're 30 minutes in, guys.
Another
Only?
hour 10.
20.
So many other number 5s
No,
in film
it's
series
only
that
an
are
hour and
so
40, right?
great.
Hour and 50.
Is it an hour and 50?
Because it's 110. So subtract 60 minutes for that hour, you've left with 50 minutes.
Empire Strikes Back, this film is not.
Isn't it your favorite, Josh?
The Empire Strikes Back, yes.
No. Rocky 5.
Oh,
Didn't you pass judgment early on?
a little bit. It's kind of waning at this point.
Rocky's ass, this is not. Because I'm terrified. These kids scare the shit out of me.
pan over, we see them with switchblades, Uzis, broken beer bottles.
I don't even do half as many drugs as these kids are doing nowadays. Dad, don't do magic in front of the other kids. You embarrass me.
They're all gonna kick my ass now. That kid on the left with the pseudo mullet with the reddish blonde hair
Uh-huh.
is Kevin Connolly from Entourage. This is
Oh.
his acting debut.
It's the agent of that group, right? Of the friends?
Yeah, he's E.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think that's my favorite character from that show.
He's my third favorite Connolly.
I'm all about Kevin Dillon myself.
He's not bad.
Tommy Morrison was actually a professional boxer in real life. The guy over there on the right.
Did he low jack Rocky's coat or something?
He's got all sorts of trackers and
Oh, got the ball back.
Nice. I like, despite how many times he gets knocked around the head, the hand-eye coordination he's got with that thing.
years of practice.
Both? Oh. No, it really does matter.
It's a huge invasion of privacy.
Yeah. But Stallone would go on to say when he was promoting Rocky Balboa, people were like, how the fuck is he back in the ring after Rocky 5? And he's like, well, he never really got, a second opinion. He would have been, and not to mention with the advances in medical history, he would have been cleared to been okay to fight.
Jeez, how many more people are we going to show up in this scene?
I'm hoping the robot.
Maybe Apollo. Can we get him for the scene?
For whom? Is that pepperoni on his tie?
You want to get nuts? Come on.
Come on.
Nuts.
There's the 89 reference.
I'm out. Thank you. See you guys later.
I get a feeling this guy would sell his dying
Fake
mother in a
gunshot.
mink rug if it made him money.
I don't know if you've ever seen Don King, but, it's...
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if you've ever felt mink. But if a girl don't wear mink, she don't wear nothing.
Now just go down and rip his out.
Be funny if the door was like stuck and he just couldn't. It was like.
Kid walks over,
Worst
just easily
day.
opens it.
Worst day ever. The guy that plays Union Kane was also a boxer, and actually, right around the release of the film, he was supposed to fight the guy Tommy Morrison that plays Tommy the Gun Morrison, and they were as a kind of a tie-in to the film, but it got canceled for some fucking reason.
So that is.
Yeah, Jesus. He hasn't changed a bit. I thought it was just over shoes in school. Jesus, coach too. Wow.
West Philadelphia, born and raised.
This is the same gym we saw, like, completely abandoned earlier, right?
Yeah. Rocky basically is Mickey now. Like, he's revamped it.
Okay.
Same guy from the first one.
That's coming from Rocky, too.
Yeah, too.
Who, like, only ducks in 3. You're right. Rageaholics totally stink of opportunity.
That's how it works in boxing, isn't it?
A slick little hat roll.
Took his head off just so he could do the little roll to put it back on.
Managed guy. It's like when in doubt in a boxing like or in a gym, just start punching the air to look
Shadow
busy.
box.
Yeah.
Hit a bag, look really angry.
Yeah.
weren't kidding. That really is the front door for that school.
Sounds
Wow,
like
rub it in.
sounds like the soundtrack to a Sega Genesis game.
Yeah.
I expect like Toe Jam and Earl to be playing in the background.
They're just gonna start randomly bobbing back and forth while walking and talking.
That's why this franchise is like known. Like the first Rocky's known for kind of inventing the steady cam, and like this movie is like anything but steady.
Yeah.
Wow. Jesus.
Save for the drastic difference in age, it's about as good flirting as we've seen in any of the Rocky movies.
I just say this film's got a lot of balls. It really is growing on me. Take that as you will.
I even know how the third fight with Apollo Creed turned out.
Just say yes so that we can keep going. Jesus.
Or no, and we can end the movie here.
Yeah, we still have over an hour to go, guys.
Only? I mean, there's a training montage that picks this up, right?
There is a training montage.
I mean, based on the progression, there's got to be like at least 4 training montages.
I wish. Man, I fucking wish.
What are there, 6?
There's like 3 in Rocky 4.
Here's the thing. Would you rather watch this again or Thunderdome?
Thunderdome.
Oh, wow. You guys are retarded. I'd watch this over Thunderdome any day.
Would you rather watch this or
Waterworld.
Waterworld.
Yeah, this. You didn't watch
That's-
Wonderworld with us, or Waterworld. That was before your time with us.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
We made it about 20 minutes into that movie before we started jumping ship. And that
I
was
don't
the
get
best
it.
joke.
I was just about to say, is he going to teach him how to fight?
I don't know. Does Peter Petrelli fight in Rocky Balboa?
He fights in Heroes.
Pass the spaghetti, please.
I love where these conversations are going. Oh, I see what's happening here. Where he was talking about earlier living through his son, he's now shoving him aside for this promise at like a chance of redemption and starting to live through him.
Yeah.
Yeah? Did I get that right?
That's 100% correct.
That's the gist.
Shit.
Cool. Stop the movie.
Wow, I got it on my
Skip
first
ahead.
try.
Skip ahead to the street fight.
Yeah. At least the first montage. At least a montage. I think there's only one, but
I'm kind of feeling Polly too. Like at this point, we just pour liquor into whatever the hell we're drinking just to get through this movie.
yeah, this Arnold Palmer isn't doing it for me.
It's not one of them alcoholic Arnold Palmers.
Uh,
I've got booze over there. What mixes with Code Red?
everything?
Vodka, actually, pretty well.
Anything other than rubbing alcohol? No, the CGI animatronic Disneyland puppet.
Hey guys, just an hour left to go.
I'm going to kill myself if you keep counting out the minutes. So if you want to count down to being covered in my blood, you can feel free to continue.
I'll let you know when we've got half an hour left.
That works. It's about enough time for the life force to leave my body. Only takes 9 minutes if you get the wrists right.
I mean, femoral's always the way to go.
Yeah. Well, if you're serious.
Man, this movie's amazing, guys.
Jake's upset because this is secretly his favorite one.
Secret's out.
Thunder. Would you rather watch this or Thunderdome? Everyone else, Thunderdome, without hesitation.
I think you guys
almost in perfect unison.
I think you guys forgot about Thunderdome.
No, that had guys on bungee cords with chainsaws.
Tina Turner's best song ever.
And it had kids.
There's kids on the screen right here.
But they had like pre-war boys. Oh, what is this, Checkers? You gotta eat?
No.
Hey, remember me from Rocky 1?
And 2.
He hasn't aged at all.
He's got the Holy Spirit in him.
Oh.
You know, you could come into the office.
The old 1B joke. I always find that funny. It never fails. They said me so late. Oh my God, father.
Did he just say fettuccine?
I think he's reciting a recipe for sauce.
Pretty sure I heard ratatouille.
An underrated Pixar film.
Jesus.
Hey.
Mirrors the opening shot of the first Rocky.
Oh, they're hugging.
Yeah, boxing's like 90% cuddling, isn't it?
My kind of boxing is. It's really just aggressive cuddling.
Yeah. A little bit of jabbing.
With my dick. Never give up. Hashtag respect.
Wait a second. Isn't that a different sport?
Basically the same sport.
Oh.
According to Stallone, because when he was doing promos for Rocky Balboa, he said what happened to all the characters that we don't see in Balboa. So he was like, Mr. T his Clubber Lang becomes a born-again Christian, an occasional ringside announcer. Drago becomes disgraced, addicted to drugs, and commits suicide. Dark. And Tommy Gunn becomes a third-rate wrestler. So maybe he fights Cena.
I don't know if he's third rate. Cena only takes the best.
Yeah, on the way up.
Yeah. I mean, I guess Cena's only been, wrestling he's been in like the WWE for like 15 years, so
Yeah.
that means he got his start around 95 or 2000. Sorry, my math is awful.
Yeah.
So yeah, he could easily have had the time to
Taking on Tommy Gunn.
on his way up.
If they keep showing his kid this many times, they're just going to really nail the point home.
I like that the kid has boxing reps. I mean, granted, he's at a boxing gym and he's Rocky's son, so he probably has access to everything. You got the good vibration.
I mean, yeah, it's right in that wheelhouse.
I mean, I don't know why, but I can see the movie ending with, he just uppercutting his dad and just knocking him out cold into a coma.
If only.
You were right on the nose earlier when you were talking about the plot. Now you're a little cold.
Yeah. No, I figured as much. Oh, he said the thing.
What, Rocky 5?
No, the other thing.
Ooh, he's doing those knuckle push-ups.
No, he's counting the other guy. We just don't see him.
I really wish this was Good Vibrations. Probably couldn't afford Marky Mark, though.
Yeah. That or Ninja Rap.
That was a Batman 89 t-shirt, by the way.
Oh. Ah!
Oh!
It would have been 1 year old.
My new favorite character.
You were just shit-talking.
And and that's before you saw him played by Milo Ventimiglia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unwashed, too.
You're like the son I never had. The son I always wanted. Can I drive home that I'm replacing my son with you?
Yeah, these are the trunks that my best friend died in.
Here's a question. Why is he still... If fucking Tommy Gunn's fighting in Madison Square Garden, why is Rocky still poor?
Because he's not
because
taking
he's
any of the money?
Managers don't get a cut of anything.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Or maybe he likes to feel... Is he drinking milk? Nice.
Yeah. Build strong bones.
Oh.
First time we see him do it since 3. Or no, since 2.
Oh, he did a flip.
Oh shit!
You see him at the top of it in 3, but he doesn't run up the steps in 3.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Forgot about that.
3, yeah. Hey, if you're going to hit me in the face with that, you better show it at least 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay. You haven't forgot. That's a tagline. Go for it.
Yeah. Is that the best or worst Rocky movie poster?
It's not. I mean, it's not the worst.
That's Rocky 2.
As much as it pains me, yeah. There's some good Rocky 2 posters, but what's normally seen as the
theatrical
main
one sheet,
Yeah, what's
yeah.
normally seen as the main one is pretty lame-o.
Connect 4. Damn, that Asian kid was all about it.
Well, he was there the first time he saw
Oh.
Rocky's kid get his ass kicked.
Why is like a kid the first thing you want to do is fight a boxer's son? Like even I mean obviously he doesn't know how to fight yet.
Well, it's
Like,
like
why
it's
would
the
that be?
pampered
It-
rich kid.
it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it's
but
like
it's
all
the-
the little kids that used to always pick on me just because I was like huge.
Yeah.
They gotta prove that they're
Take out the big guy.
yeah. Take out the big guy so you can.
Well, yeah, the big guy that makes sense, but like a boxer's son.
It's prison yard mentality, man.
Yep.
Prison yard mentality. You got to kick somebody's ass as soon as you get in. Yeah.
Yeah.
First day in, either kick someone's ass or become someone's bitch.
Yeah.
But in that mentality, Rocky Jr. should have gone in and kicked that kid's ass.
That's true.
Yeah, but he didn't know how to fight. He sucked.
Yeah, they kind of built him as like a brainiac.
I mean, maybe
He even has the dots on his head.
Maybe maybe Rocky is still poor because he is constantly upgrading the gym because the gym looks nicer.
But, Dad, I cut school just to tell you how great I did.
Tell me you're better than my own son. I love you like flesh and blood. Another montage? Another montage?
No, just another hip hop and bitchin'
Yeah.
90s tune.
Another chance for ninja rap?
Too early at this point, right?
Don't tease me.
So, how did this get made? Recently had an episode about Turtles 2 that Josh and I listened to on our road trip, and they they had a lot to say about, oh my god, is he boxing Bubbles? That's amazing. Sorry. But yeah, they spent like a half hour talking about Ninja Rap, and it was terrible and
And
glorious.
Vanilla Ice and his acting abilities.
Yeah. Well, that's not the worst. Oh, you don't fake that.
Keep teasing me with good vibrations, like what this movie could have been.
I mean, Jesus.
I'm expecting the next time we see the gym, it's just going to be decked out in really expensive equipment from the amount of fights he's been doing.
Ooh.
That's not telling at all.
Symbolism.
No. They just needed the newspaper really badly. Now there's some real symbolism.
That wasn't even a metaphor. It was just straight up he threw a thing at the belt.
They're all about the
Bouncing off the ropes.
bouncing off the ropes into the haymaker.
The ropes are not there for the guy to bounce off of and then be uppercutted again. That's not the point.
That's
of,
some wrestling shit right
yeah,
there.
that's not the point of the boxing ropes. No, that's not true. Again, as Sam said, he ended the fucking Cold War. So no, until he ends the Cold War, shut up.
I mean, he's already fighting with Balboa in his corner. He's already fought in Madison Square Garden. He's fighting in Caesar's Palace.
Yeah.
He's fought the Philadelphia Spectrum.
Caesar's Palace, man.
Yeah, we were there.
But if I understand correctly, he just gave over his ownership to that guy.
No, I mean, like he's still got Rocky as his manager for now.
But did he sign over power of attorney?
Yeah.
Well, I gotta assume he took the keys, though.
I mean, it's about to happen.
Yeah.
It's about to go down.
Yeah,
he
was just kind of dangling, like, look at me.
If you and like now that I'm really watching this for the first time in years, and I'm like seriously thinking about like how could this movie have been better? If you would have taken out like the obvious '90s,
it's one of my favorite movies.
Like the obvious '90s stuff,
Rockies too, apparently.
And like it really focused on like this like serious this idea of the redemption.
Yeah, now they're all friends. It's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, Josh was giving me the stink face.
Yeah, you beat the shit out of him, and now they're buddies.
It's respect. You beat the shit out of the kid that that was bullying you. He respects you, and you become best friends. If I've learned anything from movies,
I was about to say, what goddamn universe does that ever happen in?
Now we're gonna cut to you. We're gonna start the scene. I want you to be laughing your ass off
Yeah.
for no reason. Can you do this?
Can you
Cannot
just-
do this.
Can you cackle like a madman? Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, if there was
Have
any,
you seen this?
oh, what?
Have you seen this performance for the last hour?
if there was any money Rocky was ever hoping to get from this kid, shit ain't ever gonna happen now.
But yeah, what were you saying, Jake? About
Well, I was saying like I mean, if you took the '90s, super '90s stuff out of it, some of the like this overacting stuff, I mean, it could have really been a really, really interesting take on the world of boxing outside of being a boxer.
Basically taking out the Duke and the Tommy Gunn storyline.
Well, no, the Tommy Gunn storyline could have been
I mean,
really
yeah,
interesting
the
because
Tommy
where
Gunn.
it goes, this idea of like, Rocky helped bring this guy up, but this guy doesn't have the nurturing aspect that Rocky did. Do
you think Stallone would have been better suited as the director?
I think so because John J. Avildsen was the last time he touched Rocky was almost 30 years ago. At that point,
Oh, well, at this point it'd been
Well, it's always been about 20.
Yeah, 70, 76. Yeah, so
So I think if Stallone maybe wasn't as busy, still riding, being the
Yeah,
80s
he's like,
being a fantastic decade for him.
I can push back. I can delay the specialist in cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Especially Cliffhanger.
I always liked the cliffhanger.
The beginning's fantastic, but that movie shits itself afterwards.
Yeah.
But like,
I like John Lithgow as the villain.
he's good. But like, I do like again. I like the Stallone, Rocky being the awkward dad, and trying his best. Yeah.
Best Santa ever.
I'll sweat you. That's only 5 more years till Judge Dredd.
The best Stallone.
Is Judge Dredd my favorite 90s Stallone movie?
I don't know. For me, I think it's
I
like
don't know,
Demolition
Sam just tried to
Man.
look at me like,
Yeah, I was
I
about to
don't
say,
know. I think it might be.
I'd throw mine to Demolition Man.
It's Judge Dredd.
They're both good.
I would say, like, if I'm putting a list of my favorite Rocky moments, as much as we were talking smack about Rocky 5, 2 of my favorite Rocky moments, I'm putting like a list of them together, are in Rocky 5.
Is this kid wearing an earring?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you know he's tough.
Yeah, wow, that's a real dangler.
Ooh.
They just keep walking into the door like you don't realize it's closed.
I will say about favorite 90s Stallone movie. I own Demolition Man on Laserdisc. And
Oh, I
DVD.
know you're all about stuff. Demolitions is fantastic, but like I said, the fact, but basically Judge Dredd, once he takes the helmet off, is like a demolition. Is basically Demolition Man. But when he's got that helmet on, though,
Judge
I think
Dredd
he's a fantastic early Dredd. You know,
Judge Dredd is my favorite Demolition Man sequel.
it's.
I mean,
Wait, when did Demolition Man
I
come
have
out?
no idea.
Okay,
Well,
I mean it's around the same time.
yeah, I mean, Dread is very, very special.
It's fun. I mean, again, it's not very good.
Hmm.
It's half good representation of the mythos.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Batman '66 of Judge Dredd. Like it represented the early tongue-in-cheek Dredd stories when he's got the helmet on.
And then, like, the later Batmans were like the later Dread.
Yeah, well then, Dredd is just like this fucking awesome movie.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh. Just walk away.
Count on Pollard to always do what you tell him to do.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, the people here, I'm gonna watch TV. I don't sweat you.
I'll sweat you. That Merry Christmas definitely had a go fuck yourself in it.
Do you think he'll? I mean, I know that Stallone tries to stay away from Rocky V, but do you think there'll be any mention about like his reluctance to want to train somebody in Creed again?
I mean, maybe.
I mean, obviously not be like, oh, there's this guy, Tommy Gunn, but I mean, like, just this kind of like reluctance to maybe.
Yeah.
I think because of who the
'cause he got burned, yeah. I think the legacy
character
of
of who he's training
of Creed,
in Creed, it will be completely overlooked.
Yeah.
I mean, then, like,
I'd be surprised if he didn't mention anything about that.
There is a passing reference to Rocky V and Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be a reluctance just in general to train someone, but I don't think it'll be something as specific as referencing this character in Creed.
Ooh, he's got a better record than The Undertaker.
Yeah. Where's the money? He just like got a house, nice car, nice jacket.
Again, bouts in Caesar's Palace, the Spectrum, and Madison fucking Square Garden don't exactly pay like peanuts.
Yeah, I was about to say, what's he complaining about money? Like, who got the money then from all that shit?
Promoters.
Sure.
He's just like
It,
he backwalks or sidewalks in this case.
I suppose,
pretty
is
well.
he actually walking or is he on something?
Yeah, he's like on a hoverboard, Pink Mattel hoverboard.
Those were a thing in the 90s.
Self-tying shoes or whatever.
Has his pockets out.
Automatic laces. All right.
Like, is anyone actually really driving or walking in this scene?
Not anymore.
Hey, he actually does know how to drive and run through a stop sign.
Oh, I thought that was like the car screeching and hitting something.
No, he just had
Just-
a time warp in his brain.
It triggers like Daredevil.
Yeah.
senses.
Like I said, he's Daredevil, born in Hell's Kitchen. Got the boxing background. He's the greatest lawman in all the world.
Yep. All
Everything
three of those.
screams dread. I mean dread, Daredevil, and dread, and he's got eye
greatest,
problems.
Greatest lawman
Yeah,
in the
he's
world.
greatest lawman in the world.
Blind as a bat.
Like just because we were talking about Dread, I still got to say I love obviously Dread 3D, you know, but I actually like Mega City 1 more in the Stallone one.
Oh yeah.
It's more fully realized. We're only in peach trees and dread.
Well, no, I mean like how it looks, like it's
oh yeah, more
claustrophobic.
outlandish.
Yeah.
That's why I literally just bought Judge Dredd on Laserdisc.
Did you? Which
Yeah.
cover did you get? I think there's a bunch of different.
the unmasked one.
I'm messing around.
Yeah, they
I have
they
a cool
had,
poster where he's
they
got
had the masked one, but
Yeah.
the cheapest was like $30, and I was like,
What I was hoping they were going to do if they ever do make a sequel or a reboot for Dread or anything is like, you know, you keep, you know, you don't have to have him in the eagle and everything when he's like fighting, but whenever they do like ceremonial like special events or whatever, like that's when they bust out like the big, you know, eagle armor and stuff.
Well, must have helped a little. I mean, the heart did, yes, jump out of his chest and beat the shit out of him and then go back in.
Yo, Adrian, did you see how ripped I was in Rocky 3? I had 3% body fat.
that's when I fought Mr. T.
3% body fat. That's like
You,
me.
I mean,
You weigh 3% of his body mass.
Yes.
Yeah. Even though he's in shape, it's the weirdest physique. Like it's the most unhealthy. For a man with 3% body fat, he looks like unhealthy.
I mean, you look unhealthy when you only have 3%.
He's like
body fat.
gaunt.
He is.
Well,
You should have at least in the double digits.
He looks unhealthy nowadays, like especially in like Rambo. He looked.
Rambo, he was
he was
built.
jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
That's
to a
not necessarily healthy.
yeah, it looked
Well,
to a frightening degree.
Yeah.
I think maybe the fourth Rambo film, he's kind of like a Hulk almost. He's very
he's
top
lumberjack. He's a lumberjack.
He's very top heavy in Rambo 4.
Yeah. Because I know Child Protective Services.
He could fight back now. I'm not going to hit him. That earring looks so dumb.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. It's not the coolest.
I don't think that would look good on anybody.
I'm imagining before long he starts growing out a rat tail. Braid
If so,
it.
we don't see those years.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah. The next Rocky Jr. we see is pretty well put together.
He's Peter Petrelli.
I really hope, like, since I haven't seen Balboa, I would love for them to like do the what has been typical of Rocky movies so far. And opening scene is, you know, the last scene of this movie, and then just act like the next movie takes place the next day, and the kid is just suddenly, you know, in his 20s or 30s, however old Peter Petrelli is,
And Rocky's aged dramatically
Yeah.
too.
It's like, well, I just got out of that street fight with Tommy Gunn. Well,
Stallone
I'm
turned-
geriatric.
Stallone turned 60 the year Rocky Balboa came out.
Yeah.
You
He
know.
can still kick my ass.
He can still kick my ass now.
He could probably still kick all four of our asses at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, if we came at him with weapons.
Totally.
Speak for yourself. I can run pretty goddamn fast.
Run ain't fighting, cuz.
No, but he'd have to catch my ass first to beat it.
Hey, never give up. #respect. Ba-ba-da-ba, ba-ba-da-ba.
You
Is this like a McDonald's commercial?
John Cena
John
one.
Cena.
Oh.
That's his
Same thing,
entrance
right?
music. Just
Yeah.
it goes ba-ba-da-ba, ba-ba-da-ba. You can't see me. My time is now.
Home team.
There's a reason I
The
like
only-
The Undertaker.
Home team is the only dialogue reference to Rocky 5. Or that survives Rocky 5. Home team.
Hey, Josh, Brock Lesnar took down The Undertaker. 21-1. And won.
Turn off the lights. It's time for Spawn.
Oh, please tell me he shows up and makes this movie better.
Spawn?
Yeah.
I feel like Todd McFarlane could have helped this movie.
At this point, he'd be in his still drawing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He'd be at his prime. Artistic.
So he definitely could have helped it.
Prime Spider-Man.
Yeah. That was a million seller. Hey, a Little
Yeah.
Caesars ad in the
That's right.
background.
Yeah.
I was about to
Love
say,
some Little Caesars,
Pizza,
man.
pizza, bitch.
Spider-Man could have showed up here and started boxing.
It is in New York.
This could have been his origin story.
Well, he was a wrestler.
Yeah, well, they could have
Guys
altered
back.
it.
The stash.
Mustache Man is back.
I've drawn more boobs, Dad. Pay
Yeah.
attention to me.
Yeah. I got a new Spanish teacher. Taking Spanish now, by the way.
Cappuccino?
Look at that bear sitting in the background. He's watching the show with them.
I'm kind of surprised I haven't ever
Oh,
seen
hold up,
artwork
sorry.
like that around at
My
Comic-Con.
favorite 90s Stallone movie is Copland. The fuck out of here. Everyone else.
Oh, I
Fuck
mean,
outta
from an
here.
artistic standpoint, yeah, it's the greatest thing. Performance-wise, it may be his greatest theatrical performance.
Yeah.
Oh, look on Paulie's face.
Hop the jib or whatever the hell they keep saying.
Random slang boxing terms.
I do like the cut back and forth with him like beating up the
Heavy bag.
heavy bag, getting the itch again. But you should watch Copland if you haven't already. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the theatrical cut, but it's really, really good.
Yeah, movie with Stallone, De Niro, Liotta, and Keitel in the cast, and Stallone is somehow the best actor
Oh yeah,
in that film.
Deborah Harry's the bartender. Although I don't think she's in the theatrical cut,
Yeah, I
or at
think
least her stuff's most of it's cut.
Robert Patrick's in that film.
He is, yeah.
Ooh. I was actually
Is it
just
dart
watching
in his nose?
I was,
Yeah.
I was actually just watching Terminator 2 recently.
That's right.
Ah, yeah.
So-
Yeah. Speaking of theatrical cuts, Miles Dyson has a daughter in the extended version that I was watching.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, you see Kyle Reese in the extended
Mhm.
version too.
And Linda Hamilton's twin sister.
Yeah.
Although you see her in the theatrical version too.
I
when
need to
the,
watch this version.
when T-1000 is impersonating her.
Yeah, it's the
You
the
should,
Steel version or whatever.
Yeah, you should hang out sometime and watch the Laserdisc. It's 3 sides long.
Yeah, let me know when the Judge Dredd shows up, man.
Oh, for sure. We still got to have our pulp night.
Pulp Night, yeah.
Well,
Well,
Jake's birthday, unless he decides to change his mind, is
Yeah.
a pulp
I mean,
fest.
yeah, but we were gonna celebrate since I have all 4 of the.
Oh well, yeah.
pulp
One of these days
Laserdiscs.
on Laserdisc as
We
well.
weren't gonna do commentary to the Laserdisc.
Yeah.
No, yeah. It's like, hey, this is where you pause the commentary and yeah,
This is where you awkwardly pause it
and
Because-
hope. Yeah.
because they never find a good scene to do the side changes.
Did someone throw the fight? Did someone throw the fight, or did he legitimately win that?
I think he legitimately won, but nobody takes him seriously.
Much like Apollo Creed at the end of Rocky 1.
Yeah, throughout all of Rocky 2, getting like death threats and
Yeah.
stuff.
Ain't gonna be no rematch. I want a rematch.
It's just now that Rocky's like, oh wait, he totally burned me. And Paulie's like, "Oh yeah."
Oh, he was staying there when he threw the thing at the belt. Okay, it all makes sense now.
Yeah.
I forgot that he was staying with them. / when Rocky said that it was just a little while, I guess I believed that it was only going to be for like a couple nights.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you think
Silly me.
You do think he'd get his own place by the time that his fighting career starts to take off.
Yeah.
But apparently fucking not, because this movie doesn't make sense.
I mean, it's a good way to save money.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like moving back in with your parents in your 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. That's a common thing.
These
Hey,
days.
Everyone does
millennials are doing it like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those bottom feeders.
If you're living on your own in your 20s, you're doing well.
Yeah.
Not in crippling debt from college. Unable to find a well-paying job with that wasted college degree.
Gotta become a boxer.
Or a hooker. I'm choosing
Or
hooker.
a boxing hooker.
Does that
Pretty
mean that
woman
you-
in the ring.
Does that mean that you box while hooking, or that you selectively hook two boxers?
You box while making Party at Kitty and Studs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Jake, you
I haven't watched it yet, but you know what's funny? We went to San Diego Comic-Con. I left my car at my parents' place, and my mom saw it, and it wasn't the it's got a lot of stuff in the back seat. My mom was like, "Oh, I had to clean your car; it was filthy." Blah, blah. Probably found that DVD in the back of my car.
Does it specifically say that it's a softcore porn? I didn't actually look at it.
If she saw it, she probably just saw Stallone's face and be like, "Oh, it's a Stallone movie."
Yeah.
I don't.
You come back, you find out that she's like watched it several times.
Wait, he's just finding out he kind of didn't fight a fair fight.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, people are contesting whether or not he earned.
Yeah, because since you didn't watch Rocky 4, Josh, I'll fill you in. Rocky gave up his title to fight Ivan Drago because it wasn't a U.S. boxing sanctioned fight, and so under those stipulations, it's just awarded to the number 2 ranked boxer.
Kind of like how Robert Rodriguez left the Directors Guild so that he could credit Frank Miller as a co-director on Sin City.
Okay.
Oh, they don't like my hat? They don't like how it's like too high peaked on my head?
And Little
Hey,
Caesars pizza.
Little Caesars. Damn it! Now I can never eat at Little Caesars again.
Rocky
What?
5.
They don't intentionally sponsor a lie.
They sponsored Rocky 5.
They won the only survivor of the franchise wars.
Ooh. Ooh.
A good thing the press is never right.
He stopped the Cold War in the ring.
Punched him so hard that we wound up 5 years later in 1990.
So that's the movie, right, guys?
Yep, it's over.
I mean, this is one of the best parts.
Oh, definitely.
We're like in the final act, right?
We are about.
I mean, yeah, we're
about
within
20
the
minutes,
last 20
yeah.
minutes ish.
And this is easily the best part of the movie.
Plus, minus the ending credits, probably last 20 minutes for sure.
Man, those montages really did help.
That's why Rocky 4 has like 3 of them.
What is it, like a 6-hour movie?
Rocky 4 is like 100 minutes. No, it's 90 minutes.
It's all montage.
It's pure manufactured 80s awesomeness.
Yeah, it's robots.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Yeah. The robot comes out and he's like, "Fuck you, Tommy."
And then it does the fight just...
Yeah. It's wearing a sweater too, like a turtle.
my version of Rocky 5 was always whenever someone hadn't seen Rocky
Same
5.
bartender. I love it.
Yeah. I was always
Do you want
like,
to take a shot?
yeah.
Take a shot.
Hey, give Rock my best. How about just once? You give me, Paulie, your best once. No, my version of Rocky 5 is the
Your headcanon.
the robot. Yeah, my headcanon is the robot goes out of control and destroys most of Philadelphia, which is why it's in such shitty quality in real life. And then and Rocky fights the
urban blight.
Yeah, urban blight, thanks to the robot. And he fights the robot in the streets of Philadelphia and destroys it.
That sounds amazing.
And then wins freedom back for the citizens?
Well, but he sees all the destruction that his robot caused and decides to hang up his boxing gloves for good. That's my version of Rocky 5.
Much better than this. I would rather see that. Then again, I wanna read your Beatles fan fiction that you were talking about all those months ago.
Oh yeah. The fab. I guess 4 to the power of 4. The 4 different eras of Beatles teaming together.
Yeah.
To stop Mean Mr. Mustard and Mr. Kite from taking over the world.
Yeah.
I didn't understand. Was that English?
No, it was Jive.
Ah, where's that lady from Airplane?
I was about to say, you gotta get that little old lady from Airplane.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
In the original version of the street fight, deep into production of this film, Rocky was supposed to die at the end of this fight. But during production, Stallone and the studio decided it would be too dark, so they...
Yeah. It feels a little dark.
Yeah, it's like...
So he comes out, puts his dread armor on.
He's still got like 5 years to earn his dread armor.
He's got to go to judge school.
They're heavily foreshadowing in this one.
He is just wrapping up cliffhanging school at this point.
Yeah.
The Philadelphia is starting to look like Mega City.
So he puts on his hard hat and takes out his pickaxe.
He doesn't have a hard hat in Cliffhanger. He just wears a buff, black, sleeveless muscle tee with lots of ropes.
Brain damage is kicking in. What's the word? Line.
Script.
Yeah. Unless it's Van Damme.
And even then, I don't know if I'd recommend. Still better than the reboot they tried though.
Yeah, the Legend of Chun-Li.
Yeah.
Ugh. I have the Van Damme Street Fighter on Laserdisc.
Do you have Mortal Kombat on Laserdisc? Because that's the
Not
superior
yet.
90s.
It's been on my list, but I haven't been able to find a good priced copy of it.
Sure. Yeah, that's I mean, even though like video game wise, I'm pro Street Fighter. Movie wise, I'm pro Mortal Kombat.
Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat's the best movie adaptation of a video game ever.
Yeah, so the first Silent Hill comes close.
Yeah. Well, I never played Silent Hill, but I did like the movie
as a film. Yeah.
I'd say one of the Resident Evils comes pretty damn close.
I love the Resident Evils because they know what they are.
The one that actually takes place in Raccoon City is pretty damn fucking close.
Oh, Annihilation?
That's 2?
Yeah.
I have the first 2 or 3 on DVD.
Yeah.
They're damn good. They're damn entertaining, but I hear if you're a huge fan of the video game series, they're terrible.
Yeah, I don't have.
I'm the minority of that. Then
I gotta take out my as somebody that's grew up playing the Resident Evil games, it's hard for me to take out that bias.
because I'm a huge fan and I love them.
Yeah. So I just always love that shot.
Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna buy this one. It's only $10, free shipping, and it's sealed.
Nice.
Yep.
The
You really can't do wrong with a price like that for that kind of quality.
Right? Sealed.
Yeah.
And it's. Oh, I should make sure that it's widescreen before I buy
I don't
it.
remember that. The fucking blood
Yeah.
soaking his face.
I'm expecting at
Okay,
some
yeah,
point
it is
this
the
guy
widescreen
is like
version.
going to turn into a Muppet. Like the way this fight is
That
going.
was Rocky 3
Yeah.
with the Muppets.
Yeah. In the original, like, they keep cutting to the train because in the original script, Mickey's ghost was supposed to appear on the train tracks and kind of cheer down Rocky instead of just kind of showing up in random, like, weirdly cut flashes.
Well, we got a really erratic fog machine kicking in.
Ooh, Close Encounters of the Third Kind for $4.99. Come on. Mama said knock
And
you out.
Go Ninja Rap.
This beat is such an early 90s hip hop beat. There's like 3 songs in my head that I'm like,
My Name
this
is
could be
Prince
any
is
of
one
them.
of them.
yeah.
My name is Prince, and I am funky. When it comes to funk, I am a junkie.
So when you said my name is Prince, all I could think of was the way that Kid Rock yells, my name is Kid. But like Prince doing it, so my name is Prince. And I really want that song to happen now.
One day, Chris.
Yeah.
One day.
I just love
Prince,
that.
Prince doing a cover of Ba With Da Ba.
I love this, like, early 90s remix of the Bill Conti, like, fight theme. Da, 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 da.
It's almost like the weird like 90s like synth version of the James Bond theme from GoldenEye. Like how weird it sounds.
Da, da, da.
Wow.
I'm
And of course, speaking of Bill Conti, he does a kind of a disco reinterpretation of
Is
the
he gonna
James
do a
Bond theme.
suplex? German suplex? No. Nope. Oh, there we go.
No.
It's like watching the Shredder get defeated.
Super Shredder.
Played by Kevin Nash.
So he's gonna get like
Pop the jab.
uppercut
Or
into
whatever.
a pier and just annihilate it, right?
Shredder, you gotta listen to reason. Fight the power. Screw.
It's the camera shake.
Jesus.
Yeah, the cops are just cordoning off the street like, we're not stopping this.
You want to get in the middle of that fight?
Pennsylvania could be a fight to right state. Who knows?
I mean, doing their job. Yeah, no.
Again, right to fight state. If both combatants express their consent, they're fine to do it.
How the hell is that a fucking law?
Well, we're technically a right to fight state.
Are we?
Yeah,
Sweet. Let's get into a fight.
as long as you consent.
Damn it.
No. Yeah.
Why can't that
I
law
know my
be-
law.
Why can't that law be instated for sex, too? Come on, guys. As long as you all consent.
That's how it is, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, otherwise it's rape.
Well, I mean, like, on the street.
Oh.
And then, like, people can sing the Beatles while they're banging in the road.
Why don't we do it on the road?
Yep. That's the song.
Inspired by Paul McCartney watching monkeys fuck in the road in India.
Now, he's gonna knock him the fuck out, right?
Kiss him. Kiss him. kiss him.
I kept thinking he was saying, touch me and I'll suit.
For assault.
He's just dead.
No, he
He's just
consented.
dead, yeah.
That's true. He did say punch me.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it works, guys.
I'm a lawyer.
But hey, again, it's Philly. Who knows what the fuck the law
Like, that's
is?
why, that superhero that walks around Seattle, Orlando Jones?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not Orlando Jones.
No, but I know the one you're talking about. He like dresses up in like black, right?
I
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
no idea who you're talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Real
about.
life superhero?
Yeah.
Yes.
The reason
Not Orlando Jones?
Yeah. Oh, he's a former boxer
MMA
or
fighter.
MMA fighter. Yes, and the only way he gets away with it is because they consent to the fights,
Exactly.
and the police can't touch him because of that. Yet he has been in court several times.
Because you can,
Unmasked?
yeah, because they'll still like sue him, and
Yes.
the little case will get thrown out because they'll be like, dude, you consented to fight.
Yep, and he kicked your ass. They even make fun of them for that.
God, the kid's stupid.
At least he doesn't have the earring anymore.
Now,
True.
does that survive this movie?
The ear joke.
No, God, no.
Ugh.
No, I'd vomit
the
if
necklace?
that. Yes, the necklace.
I haven't seen Rocky Balboa for a while. I don't remember it being brought up,
I don't remember the necklace.
but yeah, maybe it's around.
Yeah, to at least go past where you stopped and continue walking.
Well, you mean there's more stuff here than just the stairs?
Passes
And
his
my
statue.
statue?
There's Elton John. So
You know, I gotta say, not as painful as I was expecting.
still
Yeah,
painful though.
Watch-
yeah, well, yeah. I'm
watching it again for only like the third time, out of 10, like out of 10, like Stallone's numbering them. I gave it like a 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's what
I
I was
wouldn't
thinking.
give it a 0. I think he was just pandering to
Yeah.
the people that complain about it being the worst one by giving it a 0 and acknowledging that it is the weakest one.
And I don't think he felt it was a proper send off for his character.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I would give it like a C minus.
Yeah, I would say definitely better than Waterworld. Could it have been better with Nicolas Cage in it? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, totally.
Nicolas Cage is Tommy Gunn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm gonna
give the
challenge and fight him.
By the way, have you seen
him
The Death
out.
of Superman Lives yet?
No, is it available now to watch?
Yeah,
Oh,
I own it.
shit. Digitally or
yeah, digitally.
Oh man, I'm getting that soon, man.
They actually had I should have messaged you or sent you something. They had the big unveiling at San Diego Comic-Con while you guys were there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They didn't have like a screening or anything like that, but they had a booth. And like the first day of San Diego Comic-Con was the first day that it was available, and you could have bought it at their booth.
Oh nice.
And then like
Yeah, I would love the
you could have
physical
given
copy, but
me
I'll
the
take it
Blu-ray,
digital.
and I could have given you the access to the online streaming thing.
There you go.
Because you
wait,
like-
sorry. Additional stunts. Terry Funk. He's like a famous wrestler.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he was like extreme wrestler guy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh.
He also choreographed the street fight.
Mm.
That makes sense. That explains the suplex
Yeah.
and the reversal of the
Seriously,
suplex.
yeah, I had no idea.
I
Speaking
forgot
of wrestlers-
I forgot how much bigger Hulkster is.
So I don't need to see the other movies now because I'm seeing them throughout all these
Exactly.
credits.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you basically have seen, all
Oh, I
of them.
still
now.
haven't seen this robot.
Yeah,
well,
why isn't
wait,
the robot in?
We're still in Rocky 3 world.
It's my favorite picture ever.
Oh, are they doing it in order? I haven't been paying that
Yeah,
much
it's just
attention.
3 because he still looks like sickly.
Oh, yeah. Apollo's still alive, so still 3. There we go. Now we're in 4.
I don't think we're gonna get the robot, guys.
Something tells me that's not important enough. Oh, bearded Stallone though.
Immaculate beard. Hey, look
Kissing.
at MC Hammer was on the soundtrack.
Ah.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, this is Rocky 5, man. So
It's all uphill from here.
yeah,
Oh, Balboa, man.
one film
fantastic.
to go. It's a superb. Yeah. What Josh, as someone who's seen this for the first time, what do you think?
I'm with Jake. I would have given it 3-4 stars. Not really that bad. Way to beat
It wasn't-
symbolism over our heads with a certain.
It doesn't live down to the
Stuff.
hype,
Yeah,
is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
I mean it's no Ghostbusters 2, which is a good thing.
Fair enough. All right.
I would rather watch Ghostbusters 2 than this.
Uh,
But then
I-
again, for the longest time, Ghostbusters 2 was my favorite.
I like the way it ends. And honestly, I like most
Yeah,
of Ghostbusters too.
I like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it ends.
Yeah.
You like
After-
that it ends.
Had you never pointed out to me the like it had been like it's kind of weird that New York sued them, but like it wasn't like a real issue with me until like we were watching it and you like went off on
Yeah.
it, and I was like, Sam's right.
Yeah,
You
I would have.
fuck.
Well, if you
agreed
watch
with
them
Sam.
if you watch them back to back, it's like, oh fuck, you know,
Yeah.
because it ends on such a high for the first one. Then,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's no time jump of the first film.
with the 5 years later
Yeah.
title card. But yeah, that's Rocky 5. So we only got one movie left in this Creed countdown. This has been another Geek Out commentary. We'll be back next week with Rocky Balboa. I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jake.
I'm Josh.
Until next time.
Bye.